fucking crazy awesome tune that was. That there is the Little Guys podcast theme, which will have its own single version for you to listen to. What a cool product. And there's so much more to come. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first ever episode of
The Little Guys.
The Little Guys. That's the title for our podcast. Who the fuck are we? Who are you?
Well, I am, let's see, who do I want to go by this time?
This time?
Yeah, this time around. I think I'll just go by Braden,
Okay.
My first name. You don't need anything, you don't need to know any more about that, but, so.
I'll do my middle name, I think. I'll be Benjamin? How does that sound? You can call me Benny?
Benjamin? Yeah, sure.
Okay, that does kind of fucking suck. Our names are going to be below us. And some of the nicknames. Braden goes by the Don in public. Everybody knows him like that. And here we are, recording the first fucking podcast. This has been long in the tooth when it comes to producing. But we're finally sitting here doing it, and we are like a million takes deep. So hopefully this one, unless I get lazy and just choose one of the shitty ones, this could be one of them. Here we are. And why the fuck are we doing a podcast? Who wants to listen to us? You and I.
Well, we both have our different interests, and I think us as a combination is pretty unique, like a swarm of interests that we could talk about each and every podcast, such as basketball, more specifically
Video
Milwaukee
games.
Bucks.
Why the Milwaukee Bucks? What about them?
Because that's my team.
Oh, really? Where are you from? Milwaukee?
No, I stand them though.
You stand them?
Yeah.
Man, Giannis Antetokounmpo. You know, we just turned 40 people off by talking about basketball because so few of the world like basketball anymore.
Yeah.
They all be like,
well, this is
college ball
good
better.
thing this is only like one part of it, right? So we got more for everybody, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think he's right when it comes to our combination. It's very odd with Braden because he seems like someone that should be my antagonist in a lot of different ways. We disagree on just about everything. We argue all the fucking time. And we've been pretty close to, actually, I don't think we've ever been close to hating each other's guts. But we've gotten into some scuffles. But there's no one else I'd rather do this with because this motherfucker gets pretty good at it. And I think we talk so much at the end of the earth that I think we can do it here too. So welcome everybody to the first episode. You know me. I'm Blake. That over there is Braden. I hope I'm pointing the right way. However, editing Blake does this. Wait, I think I am pointing the wrong way. He's going to be over there. And here we are. Why the fuck is it called The Little Guys? Are you smoking weed?
So, what were you saying? Why are we called the Little Guys?
Yeah, I'm not very little. I'm a pretty normal sized, maybe overweight man.
I'm barely not obese. If anybody wanted to know, I'm like 1 or 2 pounds below obese now. If anybody wanted to know.
Congratulations, Braden has lost a shitload of weight since
the beginning of last year.
We needed the guns for the podcast, so I've been working on mine too. Okay, that was pretty weak, dude.
I'm not gonna do no guns. It's not gonna be no gun show.
I'm gonna blur that. I have to blur that. Nobody's gonna want to see my fucking guns, my killers, shooters, and blasters. The Little Guys. Where the fuck did the name come from? If you're curious, a whole long time ago, Braden was on another podcast.
Yeah, called A Lot About Nothing. And it was with 2 high school friends, and we decided to just do it. And then he
what grade were you in?
I don't remember. It was probably like last year of high school, to be honest. I think.
Okay.
And we did the first episode, and they called me to do the second episode, and I was like, no, I can't, guys, I can't. It's just like my other friend. At the time, Blake, he stopped me from. Is that
Okay, listen.
Ooh.
I wouldn't go as far as saying stop, but I was perturbed. Okay, so this is some real ass high school drama. I swear to God, I'm not like this anymore. But when he was doing this podcast, I had already kind of thought of an idea for a podcast that I thought would be fun or interesting because 90% of the podcasts out there are just two fucking assholes you don't give a fuck about talking about stuff unless it's Joe Rogan and you get to see Joe Pesci like shit his pants. But I thought maybe I'd interview small YouTubers. I'd reach out to small content creators, get them on, boost their audience and mine, and kind of talk about the struggles that come with doing YouTube at a small place. And maybe see if we could find some personalities that were worthwhile getting on a podcast and see, like, we'll do some star searching and see if we can find people that that would be pretty fucking interesting or they have really nice, charismatic personalities and shit. But that never happened because right after I forced Braden to fold and not do that podcast anymore, which by the way, they mentioned me like 15 fucking times in their podcast because I am just fucking.
I didn't mention him. I was one of the people that barely mentioned you. All right, those guys.
Listen, man, I end up in everything.
Well, it's because we had to talk about how we met, and that was like a thing we talked about, but amongst us three. Is how we met. And how we met is like amongst us three and us three amongst us. Can you
Stop saying amongst us.
Can
you just aged this podcast by referencing that game.
Can you
this isn't timeless.
Can you tell us how we met?
You and I think I recall it as like I got a lot of high school classes without friends and I was forced to find people to like group up with and sit next to. And I had a computer science class as my freshman year of high school, and I had a weightlifting class, and I had no fucking people in there that I wanted to be around. So I found Braden, and he was an interesting fellow. I really only knew you as like the guy who got pissed and walked off the field in like middle school football. Past that, I really didn't know much about Braden. And then we had those classes together, and we fucking fought over everything. I remember that big Gillette controversy that was going on, where like they released an ad like, to be a man is to shave.
So is that how we like connected? Because I was thinking about it today, and I was like, how did we even, what commonality did we even talk about? Like, I don't even remember what we first talked about that like got the wheels turning.
Got the ball rolling?
Yeah.
I have no fucking clue. I just kind of think like it was the disagreements that we'd have that actually had some pretty good back and forth that kind of led to it. And the computer science class, that fucking teacher would specifically target Braden for being a different race. It was pretty cool. So Braden would get yelled at to continue working on his work as I was playing like some shitty Flash game. It was really nice.
I don't know if it was because of the race thing.
I think it had to do with race. That guy was definitely a racist, 100%. The computer science teacher, he was like 85 years old. He had no idea how computers worked. Not a chance. I don't think there was a single thing we learned in there that had anything to do with computers. We were just building like origami and shit. Well, I'm bullshitting. I mean, we weren't building origami, but
building origami. Who the fuck says that?
When was the last time you did origami?
At Burger King. I know how to make paper cranes. If anybody wants a paper crane, I'll make them a paper crane if they send me a paper.
I want a fucking paper crane. Can I tell you, when I was in kindergarten, the art teacher would make you a paper crane on your golden birthday. And my golden birthday is on the 14th, so I never got to get that shit. I remember that Dawson Hawkinstead kid. I'm throwing names down like you people would know what we're talking about. Basically, he was like a Call of Duty Zombies in real life type of guy. And he got a fucking paper crane. I tried stealing that shit like 3 times. I wanted that so bad. So if you could make me one out of like some orange paper and give it like a little blunt or something to personalize, we'll sell those on the merch store.
Well, I was gonna say if somebody sends me paper, maybe I'll make a paper crane for them. Maybe
if you guys source the paper, we'll send you one back. That's the little guy's guarantee.
Yeah, we're the paper crane making bandits.
I was thinking we'd go down the list. Listen, man.
Yeah, we gotta go down the list.
Shit we gotta talk. We're gonna talk about on this podcast over the coming months and years. we have some shared interests, but they're rather different. We both like our video games. We play a lot of different ones. You play a lot of fucking MOBAs, man.
Yeah, I play MOBAs. I play mainly League of Legends, and I used to play a lot of Smite, but now I just can't go back anymore. I'm a PC guy, and I know it's still a PC game, but like
to like Xbox is what you're saying.
I don't know. Yeah, I went from Xbox to PC, so League of Legends guy now. Sorry.
We played League, and just some background. We started playing League because our high school, the same one we were just talking about, had a fucking esports team the last year when we were seniors. And the games they had were so fucking... It was Rocket League and League of Legends.
Just saying.
Wasn't there something else?
I want to say, I could have been on the Rocket League team, but I had to be on the League of Legends team just because they couldn't go without me, so...
Oh my god, dude. You bring this shit up all the time. We'll be hanging out with his wife and kids, and then he'll just get into a screaming match about Rocket League with his wife. It's crazy. All the time.
You're talking about me?
Yeah.
My wife?
Yeah. Darlene? Oh, should I not be talking about that?
Guys,
should I not be doxing your family? Your son, Bon Iver? But video games wise, like, I don't like MOBAs that much. I only play them because friends play them. But we played a lot of shooters, so we kind of played Xbox together in high school. Past that, I think video games, we have similar interests. We kind of have a big group of pals that'll buy into games often. You know, we'll surf fucking Steam and find something fun to play. So that's kind of where that is. Music is a huge one, because we have such absolutely different tastes in music, but we both appreciate each other's.
Yeah. Well, you want me to talk about my music? Or you want me to keep on?
I usually hang out around rock, and then fucking and some rap and some and some. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I do like the majority of genres. Fucking Doja Cat is my shit. I'd fuck the fuck out of that fucking lady. I love her so much. I would pay millions of dollars to diddle on her teat. Why did I say that?
Diddle on her teat?
Yes.
Dude, I would have said something a hell of a lot classier if I was the one.
I'd love to grab her gorgeous, soft-skinned hand and kiss it on top like a gentleman, and then fuck her. No, that's not good. But I really didn't like rap very much. Like, I guess I listened to it until I met Braden, and he gave me some recommendations. This motherfucker is really good at finding music I've never heard of before.
Yeah, my actually my Spotify. You know, like the Spotify, what's it called? Fuck, it's like...
Wrapped?
Yeah, the Spotify Wrapped. Sorry, like the top genre is, my top genre was underground rap. So, if you know anything about that.
Do you know anything about underground rap?
Well, I'm just saying, like, underground, it has underground in the name, right?
Name drop some.
Name drop some people?
Yeah.
Boldy James.
There you go. That's all of them. Boldy James. He's one of the best. That would have been an interesting thing to talk about like 2 weeks ago. Our Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah.
Like when we originally we've recorded this fucking episode so many times. We recorded it initially. And Braden never fucking clapped, so I couldn't sync up our audio.
I did indeed clap, but it just didn't get picked up. He
didn't fucking clap.
I clapped, but it just didn't get picked up. I saw myself clapping and there was no sound.
This is what he did. He like got his hands close together and didn't clap. He like fake clapped. No, fuck you.
Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear
that. You ruined it. You ruined the first episode. It's over. We're done. I'm getting a new host. I'm gonna go get fucking Steve Buscemi.
I'm gonna go get... I don't know.
Honestly,
I'm gonna go get
first
Dashy.
Episodes of podcasts usually blow.
You know what? I'm dedicating this first episode to... Okay, this might seem a little bit insensitive, but Bob Saget. And
yeah, Bob Saget died recently. Speaking of current events,
and I recently found out about it. You
didn't know?
The Bob Saget thing. How'd you find out about it?
Oh my god, dude, it's some weak shit. So I was at work. And I decided I'm going to go sit on the shitter and play on my phone for 5 minutes because I do that every so often. and like check Reddit, Instagram, whatever. And I was on Insta, and the first fucking post at the top was a picture that was half XXX Tentacion and half Bob Saget. And I'm like, what? And then I go to the comments, and the top comment is this motherfucker with like 1 million likes that says, "Please don't tell me this is how I find out." And that's how we fucking found out Bob Saget died, was a stupid fucking XXX Tentacion meme. It hurt me, man. I really like Bob Saget.
I think
really
I think I saw like I think it was just like somebody's story, like a famous musician's like story on Instagram. I just saw something like that. But I recently found out about another person dying. It's a YouTuber I watched a lot. His name is Bucket Hat Dad.
Bucket Hat.
And he's a reaction channel. His son
He's a reaction channel.
His son made a reaction channel for his dad, and his dad is Buckethead Dad, and they did a reaction channel, and I loved watching them all the time. And he died at the age of 60 to cancer. So,
well, you know what, man? Hey, he fought a good fight. I don't know who the fuck Buckethead Dad is, but I bet he fought to the.
No, but I was super sad about that. Like at work today, I was like really sad about that.
Yeah, what kind of reactions do you recall him having some good ones to? Like what media?
It's just like the sus compilations. Like
Oh
those
my
are really
God.
good. Like with like older guys.
The sus compilation.
Yeah, well, no, not. Okay, listen. It might sound.
400 million
might sound
sus
bad,
memes,
right?
2-hour version.
Okay,
It does a little bit, yeah.
dude, they haven't made like a video in like 2 years or something. I remember looking them up like a month or two ago, and they stopped making videos. And I guess he was fighting cancer that entire time. And
dude, I fucking adore that shit. When you find a YouTuber that you used to like, and you like find that they haven't made shit in forever, and you just try to track them down and see what they've been up to. I do that shit all the time with like my sub box. I'd be like, this
and
motherfucker
3 days
been
ago
uploading
he
2
died.
years.
So that's how I found
Jesus
out.
Christ.
And then I found out about it today on Instagram, going through my explore page.
When they put XXX Tentacion again, and then the other half was Bucket Hat Dad.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like that. It was like an actual like IRP, dude, because it was like a whole bunch of YouTubers that were on my.
Ooh, your shit started to fuck up there a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just on my end.
No, it's cause my computer went to sleep. I wasn't moving anything.
Are you fucking serious? Is your recording still going at the very least?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
My monitors just both went to sleep. I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm gonna be honest. It might have not been that. Let's just move on.
Well, hey, listen. I'm thinking we kind of talk about our backgrounds. We're both adults now, so we live on our own. Brayden will be living near me pretty soon here, actually. And we both have some pretty diverse backgrounds. I'm a pharmacy tech now. That's what I do for a living. I sit around, I count pills, and I can't say anything funny because I can lose my job. So, it provides me with very little other than learning how to pronounce Asian last names, because there is a crapload of Asian Americans in the place that we're living. I don't think that adds any interest to anything, though. Like, when are we ever going to talk about pharmaceutical news?
I don't know. I don't think. I don't know. It's just like something. If somebody wants to fantasize about what we do IRL, right?
Well, I think it's good to distinguish that these people are people, right?
Oh yeah,
like,
that we have actual jobs.
Yeah, like we don't sit around and play on our computers all the time and talk about pussy and Doja, you know? I mean, as much as I'd love to do that for a living, and I'm working on it, trying my best. What about you, Brayden? Where's your background? What do you do for a living?
Right now, I work at a pier place. And at the pier place, I make the decking for the pier.
And you're quitting pretty soon, man. You're quitting your job to move to the big city.
Yeah, I'm putting in my 2 weeks at the end of this week.
Oh shit, dude, that's kind of huge.
Mm-hmm.
The big shakeup for us recently is just getting a house. This house, my background for me is our new home. It's been a trial and tribulous couple months just trying to fucking figure this shit out, and we're only like 20, so like to figure out how to balance all this shit. If anybody's listening that has any interest in changing Common Core. If I'm talking to Jerry Common Core right now and he decided to watch this, add some shit about like purchasing homes and managing credit. I had no fucking idea how to do that shit.
I mean, I think they are working on those. Some schools, like we had the
man.
what is it? What class did we have?
Oh my god, I remember that class like it was yesterday.
With
It was called like Home Essentials or some shit. It was like
how
where
living on your
learn about
own.
how to be an
That's
adult.
what it was called.
There you go. Yeah,
Living on your
Living
own.
on your
That
own.
was like one of the classes we had. It was elective, and as soon as COVID hit, that class got chopped in half, and I didn't do any of the homework ever.
Do you remember what we did on the day that the COVID news broke?
The shooting.
Oh, I was just surprised. I'm like, what fucking shooting? Oh yeah, we went shooting. That's what happened. It was so surreal, man. And they were just like, hey, everybody go home. You're not coming back. We're gonna be off for a couple weeks. This is our senior year. It's like, what was it? Maybe March. And then we never went back. Actually, it kind of fucking sucks, to be honest. And then we went in shotguns. We left the school early and just walked out the front doors and went to the local shooting range and we shot around a bit. And I'm never gonna forget that.
This
shit,
stuff's
bro.
kind of surreal, right?
COVID's surreal, man. That was so long ago. Was that in 20? That was at the early 2021, and here we are in 2022, getting pretty damn close to that date. A year of COVID times, and I think the last thing people want to talk about is COVID. But
one thing I want to say about that and add on about this is like COVID is gonna. I feel like, you know how like there's a post 9/11, like America. I think this is gonna be like a post COVID America.
I mean, if we want to talk about it, I think the craziest part of everything is just like how consumerism has changed. It's so odd that like everything is in shortage and everything is scalped and everything is about purchasing things online before everyone else. And I find that so fucking odd. It's like, oh, I want to order this, you know, and it's something so completely odd. And that industry's fucked for some reason. COVID fucked the industry for it. And we're this far into COVID, and I'd say the majority of people are back at work. And it still feels like we're in the exact same issue.
I think it's crazy that it just happened in our graduating year too.
Yeah, we definitely are the class to be remembered. But I do think to myself that the people behind us is a little weird too. Imagine being a freshman online school only. Like that just sounds like shit. You know, I wouldn't want to do that shit. Absolutely not, man. I fucking sucked at high school when without a girlfriend.
Yeah, we went to high school when you still went in person. I know that's gonna hurt some people.
Back in my day, yeah, you fucking youngins out here sitting on your asses playing Valorant all fucking day. All you do is you have a fucking live stream.
Dude, we
of
played
stupid
so
teacher
much
on your second
Valorant.
monitor. Yeah, we
played so much Valorant.
Valorant is my favorite game. I'll come out and say that. I really fucking like Valorant. I mean, we're probably gonna play it after this. To be honest. Fucking video games in general, dude. I think it's just. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, wait, you gonna say something?
No.
Well, correct you.
I was just
if you're
making
wrong.
sure you knew. I just was making sure you knew to correct me if I was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have said something wrong, I would have corrected you after you asked me to say something about your correctness. I don't know, dude. What are you trying to get at here? Huh?
What I'm trying to get at here is this podcast's purpose is we are going to discuss the things that we are interested in and hopefully add a little spin on them. For example, in a couple days, some albums are coming out from some people we really like. We're going to be doing like a special feature episode where we discuss those things, and that'll be something that'll be pretty regular for us. Is the standard podcast every Monday, and then additional bonus episodes as things happen that we think we should discuss. Those will be a little shorter, and they'll be a little bit different in like format and such, but I think this sort of like sit down and talk is going to be kind of the main sort of thing. So we were talking about Buckethead reviews and how he got shot by a 9mm.
Come on, dude. This is an old man that died from cancer.
You know how easy it is to like discern like giving a shit when you don't know who it is? Like if you hear like, oh, your neighbor got hit by a fucking car and you're like, who cares? I guess he was like 40. Like he got a good chunk of life out of him. It's when you start thinking like the factors of like it's a kid, or they were special needs, or they were like really influential that you give a fuck. I don't know who the hell this guy is.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was trying to loop to is we watch a shit ton of YouTube. I think I do.
Yeah, I do too.
And that's kind of why originally like the idea of the podcast was what it was. Because I was thinking the two of us, since we watch so drastically different content, because you watch like reaction shit, we both watch the political streamer Destiny a lot. I watch a lot of fucking video game shit, which feels cringe to say out loud. Yeah, I watch a lot of video games on YouTube. Truth. But that's why I kind of thought this idea would be good in general, was just because we could grab onto some folks from our communities and shit like that. But finding YouTubers that are small is like impossible these days. Do you ever get anything in your feed that has less than like 50K views? Unless it's someone you've already subbed to?
No, I'm for the most part I've been only really watching videos to people I'm subscribed to usually.
You don't go to your home on YouTube very often?
So, I mean, yeah, I do that, I guess.
Sure.
But I watch a lot of reaction channels. I don't know. I just like it's like nice watching other people enjoy what you enjoy. Sometimes. Does that sound?
I think okay.
sad?
Let's break down the psychology of reaction videos. I don't watch much reaction content. Like when a YouTuber I like breaks down a trailer of a game that came out, I'm like, fuck off. I just want to watch the trailer. Like I don't want you to pause it every 5 minutes and talk about it. But I think it's just kind of the watching with a friend thing. You get to know someone's like personality when they're recording, and it's just fun to have them there for shit that you're already gonna watch anyways. Or maybe even gets you to watch the content. Who knows?
Yeah, the only Patreon right now I have is to a reaction channel.
Really? Which one?
Vibe Villa. They're like one of my favorite music guys. Like I'm usually, I watch a lot of reaction channels that I like react to like music and stuff usually. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. Speaking of music, what came out pretty recently, Braden?
Gunna's new album.
Not Gunna's new album, the other album.
What do you mean? What other new album?
There's this artist. He's kind of small, and he's based on 2 of the days of the week.
Never heard of him.
3 if you include Friday.
Never heard of him.
We're talking about The Weeknd.
Yeah, Dawn FM.
I've wanted to discuss this with you for a fucking while. Dawn FM came out recently,
mm-hmm.
And I have no history of listening to The Weeknd. I've never listened to him more than a couple songs of an early album. I just didn't have any interest or time to give a fuck. And I've been that way with The Weeknd forever because he's number 1 on Spotify, and I'm a little hipster pussy who doesn't like to like things other people like.
You think he's number 1 right now?
I thought the last time I checked he was the number 1 on Spotify.
Okay.
Or it was Justin Bieber then The Weeknd or some shit like that. What the fuck? Why is Justin Bieber number 1? Whatever. Dawn FM blew me away. Like blew me to almost fucking tears, which is cringe to say, but it's fucking real, bro. I really, really like that album, and I'm gonna give this guy a fucking shot. I think it's just important that when you find something that's cool as fuck, or that a lot of people think is cool as fuck, that shouldn't discount what it is. Because like with current TikTok-y culture, it's all about being a pick-me and like, look, I'm a part of this.
Yeah.
We could discuss that.
What? We could discuss what?
I just don't like the current culture of everything, where it seems like every hobby and interest becomes an entire person's being, like dressing a specific way or being involved with crystals and rocks.
Well, it's literally that, like the way people are marketed to now is like you can get all you need in this one thing now,
That is true. TikTok is scary. TikTok scares the fuck out of me. Like I
scroll on that for a long time, dude. If I need to kill like 10 minutes, like quick, I'll be like, dude, TikTok. Dude, TikTok is.
It's like Instagram, but it's finely tuned to fuck you up.
Yeah, it's finely tuned. I have the algorithm, dude. The algorithm ate me up, bro. It spat me out.
I think to
and now
myself
I feel a lot better, and I love TikTok. Thank you, China.
Fucking. Listen, I do not like being a spiritorial bullshitter, but this whole idea of a media that's just like, it's endless, It is fine-tuned to you the more you use it. And you can make some too. And all of it's video content. There's nothing but video content. And people will still watch a fucking tiny version of a video. Like, my least favorite thing is when they take like a Tarkov clip and they fucking just put the normal aspect ratio, so it's just like 1/3 of your screen. And you have to just kind of get close to watch it.
Well, I mean, that's like that's how they have you download it, because that's the format they're in, right? Because they're
yeah, that's true. Didn't you say something to me recently about wanting, now that the new year is here, which I think is an important thing to discuss, our New Year's resolutions. We were gonna become TikTok dancing stars, right?
I kind of just like said that.
What? I've been preparing. I hired a choreographist. Who the fuck does what's the job title for someone that focuses on choreography?
A choreographer?
What the fuck? Why am I so brain dead? Why didn't I think that? Choreographerist? What did I say? What fucking... I'm pulling shit on my ass.
Like, it's an artist? Sorry. It's like a choreographerist?
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, I think my one New Year's resolution is to... This is hard, dude. I honestly didn't think about it until now.
Oh, you want me to go first then?
Yeah, you can go first real quick. Let me think.
I have a couple, but I'll preface with saying New Year's resolutions piss me off because you forget about them in like 6 weeks. Like, you'll be like, oh, I'll start this new diet. I'll watch the show that everybody said I was supposed to be watching. I'll finally go to the gym. And everybody's all about it until like who the fuck discusses a New Year's resolution in February? I'll be honest, dude. I don't hear anything about New Year's resolutions until this month and only this month.
Well, I mean, why are we even talking about this? Let's just move on, all right? Let's just...
You don't like New Year's resolutions?
No.
It's topical.
No,
it's topical.
I don't care.
For me, I want to create. I want to use this guitar of mine and make some cool music. That's a big one for me. And consistently stream. Those are the two things I'm looking forward to doing. As well as reinforcing, continuing to go to the gym and a strict diet and that sort of stuff. Very human. Do you not have anything? You can't think of one thing you want to do specifically this year?
No, I don't want to do anything. Nope. I
just want to sit around.
I just want to sit around, listen to music, and play video games.
How the fuck does everybody in the world... I'm going to at you right now.
What?
After the Spotify Wraps, I saw how many minutes you had listening to music, okay?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you guys have time for that? How the fuck does the world have time to watch everything? I feel like I'm so behind. Like all the popular bands, everybody knows them, and I'm just like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, you're.
I'm so behind. I'm an
what
old
happened?
Fucking man.
What happened?
I don't know.
What happened?
I'm so out of touch.
What'd you do?
I don't use TikTok.
What'd you do as a kid, dude? How'd you?
What I do as a kid?
Yeah, what'd you do as a kid? How'd you figure out about things?
I hadn't used music like on purpose as a kid, except for the radio, until I was like age 15 in high school or something. Maybe middle school, I guess I listened to like Monster Cat EDM and stuff, but yeah, dude, I don't know. I didn't watch any fucking shows. I feel like from age like 1 to end of middle school, I wasn't a person. I didn't exist.
What does that mean?
I'm pretty certain that time didn't happen.
What does that mean?
Oh, you just opened a rabbit hole, baby. Let me get my
I didn't feel like a person.
No, I'm just fucking around.
No, Keith, no. Tell me what does that mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? You didn't feel like a person.
It was a little odd, I guess, to think about who I was as a kid and like growing up into being an adult. And now that we live on our own and we're doing our own thing, it's just odd to think like that motherfucker had interests and things he liked to do. You know what me as a kid did? Like played Legos until the age of like 10, then computer games and the Wii, and then maybe Black Ops 2, and that was it.
I think as a kid, you're a person. As a kid, I think you have a personality.
Kids are so stupid. Kids are so fucking
but
stupid.
That doesn't mean that they can't have a personality already. I think Dude,
That's true.
my nieces and nephews, dude, they have personality, man. It's like little itty bitties, you know, itty bitty
You know
little
what's so
children.
scary about being around kids that like your nieces and nephews you mentioned, is that you could influence them with something you say that you never even remember saying. You know, like
Oh, I'm
I'll
really
talk
good
to like
about
my
that, dude.
uncles,
I'm really good about
dude. I'll
that,
talk to
dude.
my uncles or I'll talk to my dad, and I'll bring up stuff that is like crystal clear, remember every detail, and they're like, "What? When did that happen?" You know, like that shit kind of. Kids are so easy to influence. We've had a discussion about this previously, like how behaviors are reinforced or not reinforced by different groups and stuff like that. And as a kid, like what builds you into a person is just kind of like the feedback you get from everybody around you. You know, the jokes you make are the ones that everybody laughs at. The clothes you wear are the ones that people think look good, or I guess that's more of like a middle school into high school thing. But like as a kid, you know, whatever mom dresses you in, a lot of you is built without your consent. That makes sense. So Blake from age 1 to 15 didn't think a whole lot. And from 15 to where I am now, 27, I think I've built more personality and interests, things that I enjoy to do or whatever in that period of time than any time before it, which is just kind of interesting. You think you could father a son, right?
Yeah. Yeah, give me a son right now. I'll
Give
do
you a
it.
son? You want me to get you a son? Okay.
I'll do it right now.
We will go and adopt a child together,
So,
and we'll
what do
we'll
you
we'll switch
find?
weekends.
What do you find hard? What's the hardest part to you? Like, what looks hard to you?
About what? Being a
Raising
father?
a kid, yeah, as a father.
So it's like a pet that repeats the things you do, and you have to clothe them, and you have to feed them, you have to clean up after them, you have to teach them values, and you have to do it at the right time. And then you got to get them involved in things, sports and school, and you gotta. I think parenting turns into more of a, like, let's say you get a dog, right? Let's say you add a dog to your life as an adult. You're adding an additional probably 5 to 10% workload to every single day, no matter what. You know, you're going to be, maybe not 5 to 10%, but you know what I mean? Like a small smidgen percentage, 2, 3% more you'll have to do. You're going to have to take it outside. You're going to have to feed it. You're going to have to walk it if you're smart and you're trying to be healthy with it. But a kid, oh boy, the moment they pop out of that pussy, they turn into 100% maintenance all the time, and then as they get older, the maintenance slowly ramps down. But I think from age 1 to 12, it's like that 75% more workload every day. It scares me. It scares me a little bit. I don't know if I could handle having a kid yet.
Yeah, you couldn't even handle animals like
Animals are cool.
like a corgi.
Yeah, I had a corgi. I had a corgi previously. That motherfucker was huge. He was a
Dude,
huge pain in the ass too.
corgis are awesome. Love
Corgis are
corgis.
awesome.
They're my favorite.
They're your favorite. Corgis are your favorite.
No, I'm just
When it comes to
kidding.
dog
No.
breeds, like in general, like you unfortunately have a boon, which is you are allergic to animals, just in general, right? It's their fur
It's the
or their hair.
dandruff that comes out of the fur when they shed.
That's what gets you to go, hey, choo.
Yeah.
So your animal experience is like a young boy into now. It's kind of limited then, huh?
No.
Oh,
I've owned
I'm.
I've owned like I've owned turtles. I've owned a dog. Um
What you do with a turtle? Paint its back?
no,
Flip it over?
they run really fast on the ground. I don't know if you've ever seen
Uh
a
huh.
turtle. They take off, dude.
I've
Once you
seen
put them
the
on the
tortoise and
ground,
the
dude,
hare,
they
and
take
they are
off.
slow.
They
I've
take
seen
off,
tortoise and the
dude.
hare.
Trust me.
I watched the movie and I watched the anime and I watched the fucking Netflix adaptation. They don't take off.
I'm just saying,
But I guess
man.
you have first-hand experience.
Dawn FM.
Dawn FM, we didn't even discuss it. We brought it up just
Yeah,
just
I
to fucking
know.
throw it in
I
the
was
shitter. I'm
waiting
sorry.
so long, dude. I've been waiting this entire time.
Okay.
And
I
it is my
I
it is I think it has a chance to be album of the year already, you know. It's like for me.
I think you're taking a challenge when you launch an album in January.
I think so too.
Like I think you're putting a lot of confidence in the fact that that is going to be like a great body of work that people listen to and talk about until the end of the year. Which The Weeknd is no stranger to being discussed. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
especially the first week. Too. Like
When it
just
came out, yeah, fucking everybody's stories. Everybody was talking about the fucking Weeknd album, and that's why like my skeptic ass was like, "Oh, I guess I'll listen to it." And so I got high and I just laid in bed and threw on the cans like I usually do before bed. But that shit kept me up because I was just enjoying the fuck out of it. And I guess I mean, background wise, I already explained I don't know fucking anything about The Weeknd. Never listened to him before this. You as a Weeknd fan, however.
I've listened to everything, and the only album I wasn't really messing with was Kissland. Otherwise, every album he's made so far has been amazing, I think.
See, and Kissland aesthetically was my favorite from what I had heard before Dawn FM.
Aesthetically, your favorite? How?
The art that came out with it.
Yeah, what does the art look like?
The anime.
Shut up.
When the fucking thing, when it came out, I was like, oh, cool, anime. Dude, I'm still am a fucking loser, but in a different way. In like an old man sort of way. I don't know how to use the internet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the music, I wanted to,
yeah.
I want to talk about music a little bit. So I'm into,
Back to music.
I'm into a lot. I'm into like a lot, you know, like everything.
You're into a lot.
I'm into a lot, you know? And so and
you ain't kidding.
And so I want to give a shout out to the three people that have impressed me this year so far. Being The Weeknd, Playboi Carti. I've just now listened to all of your stuff. I'm so sorry. You're amazing. I love you. And Harry Styles. I just listened to today.
What? You're kidding.
Harry Styles, dude. Shout out to Harry Styles, man. I love you, man. There's a reason.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't know about Harry Styles. I think that's the music I listen to when I'll preface, I haven't fucking listened to a single song by Harry Styles, but I can tell by the way we discuss Harry Styles. I don't think it'd be up my alley. I'm not about soft and
well, two of my
usually.
favorite people in the world love Harry Styles.
Two of your favorite people in the world, those people being me and Santa Claus.
No, Giannis Antetokounmpo and a good friend.
Dude, Giannis, motherfucker. I love Giannis so much. But I love Dawn FM more, and I want to jump back to it just for a second to say that lyrically, I didn't expect much. I think I come from a background of really admiring like Radiohead lyrics and stuff. So to hear these lyrics have such powerful and important meanings made my heart soar. It actually changed my perspective on like a breakup and stuff like that, which is just
really
cool. Like,
Dawn FM.
Yeah, Dawn FM.
Wow, I thought it as a concept album. It wouldn't. I mean, I guess it is all about relationships, right? Still, but
I'm gonna just pull it up real quick so I can discuss specific songs.
A specific song.
Yeah.
Let's talk about. I'm gonna talk about one of the I'm gonna talk about the album in general.
Yeah, let's talk about our favorite. Okay.
The transitioning between the entire album. This is like you have to listen to the whole thing. You can't just listen to like one or two songs. You have to listen to the whole thing through, and you know, there's all the songs just flow into each other. This is meant to be listened. These aren't like singles, like he did in like Starboy. It felt like, you know.
Starboy was definitely like the pop, I'm going for the fucking radio type of album.
Yeah, it was singles. It felt like with that one, but like this is like a cohesive sound, just like After Hours. You have to like listen to the whole thing, but this is like even more cohesive. This shit is like buttery smooth. I love this so much, and like the concept he's going with this one is really like intriguing. Like everybody after last album, everybody was like, dude, we want the old Weeknd back. Next? And he gave you the old Weeknd, dude. Look at him in the cover, right?
Well, okay, wait a second. No, that's pretty clever. Good job, Braden. You just popped a fucking banger joke and it went right over my head for like 4 seconds. um, Concept albums are hard as fuck to pull off. I mean, to be honest, like very few people can make a concept album that means anything. Like it seems most concept albums that exist right now are made just so people can say they wrote a concept album, like it's some sort of theatrical screenplay. But this was done really well, and like the radio transitions between songs, some of the songs, or just the fade into others. Like when I was listening to this, I was in bed, my eyes were closed, I wasn't checking the names of songs. They flowed into each other. It was hard to know when the next song started. Um, which as a musical thing, it's like a music movie. You sit down to do the whole thing, you know? And I really admire that. I think anyone that goes for the concept album has some huge fucking balls because they flop all the time. They flop all the fucking time. It just sounds like a stupid jumbled mess where all they did was take an album that they had an idea for and stick them all together with tape and glue. So the Weeknd pulled this shit off hardcore. And just the electronic synthy stuff that happens. The effects are so fucking good. Like I've never like unrivaled, to be honest. And I'm a big Weeknd critic, so it
It's
hurts me to say
flawless.
that out loud.
It is flawless. All the
I don't know about flawless,
Dude,
but I'd say it's damn near close.
the production is flawless. Listen to every single song, dude. There's not a single. There's not okay. I'm getting a little bit loud. There's not a single flaw in that entire album. There's not a single flaw.
You're yelling at me, dude. You're gonna make me fucking cry.
I was kidding. Okay, I need to slow down with when I.
And the year's so early, dude. It's so fucking early. We got what? Gunna had an album. So did obviously Dawn FM.
I saw Anthony Fantano, dude. I saw a sneak peek on Instagram, and he said, "Guess what he rated it? Guess what he gave the album, dude?"
Oh no, dude, a fucking 6.
He gave it a not good. So
really?
yeah. So that
oh fuck.
that means it's pretty bad, and I haven't listened to it yet, and I might listen to it.
I'm excited to hear it, dude. I think what we do is we listen to that one and we talk about it the next time we're in the Gunna album. Yeah, because
you want to do one?
Funny.
Are we doing the one tomorrow? You think?
So yeah, I wanted to discuss that next. There's 2 more albums coming out in a couple days on the same day. A band that I really like by the name of Redvox. It's headed by Vinesauce Fitting. I don't think it's The Weeknd flawless, but it has some fun stuff. And YBN Cordae, who is renamed to Cordae, is finally releasing a new body of work. Holy fuck. I love Cordae. I love the fucking Thanksgiving.
But
The Lost Boy album is awesome. But he took fucking my entire dick off. What did I say that for? He took an entire like 12 years to make this next body of work. I hope to God none of the singles that have been currently released end up on that album, or I'm going to be angry.
You said you said he was gonna take your dick off.
He's gonna take my dick off. He took my dick off with how long it took.
All right, dude.
I transitioned to be a woman.
All right, man.
The time that it took.
I don't gotta hear this shit.
What do you mean hear this shit?
I don't know. Okay, so
I was thinking we'd do a double feature and we'd talk about those 2 albums on their release date. Stay tuned for that, people.
For sure.
Because that'll be one of the running themes of the podcast. I think we already spoke about that. Yeah. The Weeknd album is flawless, and it makes me so fucking excited for this year in music in general. So many fucking people were locked up. A lot of them released their albums at the end of the year. For example, like Baby Keem and stuff. But I think as we're rolling into this next year, we're looking forward to a new Kendrick album.
Hopefully, dude, if we get a Kendrick album this year.
Oh my god.
Holy
god.
Dude.
You want to talk about Flawless?
No. Let's not talk about Flawless.
I really like Kendrick Lamar. And it sucks because that's another one that's just like way the fuck up there, 10 billion listeners a month. But it's undoubtedly very good. And the flows and the rhymes and the beats get good. Good Kid, Mad City, Damn. 2 fucking awesome ass albums that I listened to for the first time last year. That I was a really big fan of. And if he has some fucking new shit, that would be so cool. It's so cool when you get into someone when they have nothing new coming out. You listen to their discography and then you're like, oh fuck, here's the new project. I can't wait to see what they do now.
Yeah.
You listen to any podcasts?
Podcasts? You shout out some podcasts?
Yeah,
I
we're
listen
on
to
a
like
podcast.
I listen to like three different like basketball ones. I listen to Pod Don't Lie. Um, I've listened to
That Wire one, right?
yeah, Through the Wire. I listen to the Bucks Locked On podcast too as well. So I
Now
listen.
that one is so odd.
That one? Yeah,
Yeah,
because I got an
because that one
Australian
doesn't get all
host.
the listeners. Yeah,
That's
and
funny.
that they don't have a ton of listeners. I think that's kind of cool that
Yeah,
that
like
they
I'm
have.
one of the 1,000 listeners on that. Like every day. So I'm really into basketball. If you haven't found out, and I'll mention it every now and then. We'll talk about the Milwaukee Bucks specifically most of the
Yeah,
time.
that's our favorite team. Which again, it's funny because I feels like everything we're discussing is something you've shown me that I've fallen in love with. Dawn FM, some of the rap shit you've shared me, and then the Milwaukee Bucks. Watching them last year in the fucking finals was like my favorite shit ever. I remember like specific moments. I remember there's one time we were watching the game from my bed when I still lived with my ex on my fucking monitor that was so tiny, and we were just jumping for joy when shit was landing. Same shit when we were at that party that your aunt threw. I fucking basketball is cool, and I think anybody that discounts it as like a dude bro hobby can shut the fuck up.
Dude,
Football is
bro.
boring.
A dude, bro
Football is so
hobby.
boring.
What? Which one?
Football and baseball just take their fucking time, dude.
I like baseball.
Eh,
And I can bear
I don't know.
football. If I was forced to watch football, I'll watch football. I don't care.
It's action, man.
It's
It lacks
whatever.
the action.
Yeah, I know. It's I'd rather watch basketball over anything though. I'll even watch some tennis.
Absolutely. Unless it's the Bucks recently.
Oh, the Bucks
Because they
recently,
fucking
dude.
suck.
The last 5, we've lost 4 of them. We just lost twice to Charlotte.
We lost to Charlotte.
After
Fucking dude.
I think we've lost 3 times to them this season, and we only won once against them.
That's crazy to me.
So we're 1-3 against the Hornets this season. I think. I haven't looked it up. I mean, I think I know we won once, and then we've lost these last 2. So
What propheceutical bullshit
so
is happening where we beat the Brooklyn Nets by 20 and we lose to all these fucking G League players and teams that have only their bench by like 80 points?
So what happened this last game was so Pat Connaughton and Dante DiVincenzo went 0 for 13, both of them combined.
Oh my god.
So none of them hit any shots, and then we didn't have Drew Holiday, so like all of our guards were not playing well, for the most part. And it was up to Giannis and Middleton to try and carry the entire time.
They played well. I mean, they didn't play. I mean, Giannis didn't play like Giannis well. Like a good game for Giannis is usually hanging out at like 35. But I think he scored 27 or 25.
27.
26. And Middleton was 27,
something.
right?
I don't know, actually. I don't know. I think it was like 26,
like
maybe.
Yeah.
But he still had high rebounds and assists for that game, too. So if he keeps on staying around that 8 assist mark, like the last few games, I think he's been like around there. Like them assists are just gonna keep on rising, dude. And he's the number 1 on the MVP voter leaderboard, big board, or whatever the fuck it is. It's
who like votes for that? Like, how is that dictated?
It's like a whole bunch of random NBA people. It's like it's news
scouts
journalists, it's scouts, it's like people on the teams. It's like part of the NBA, like because NBA is separated from each team, right? And they're like their own like corp or something, and they probably have executives there that vote.
I'm still learning shit, bro.
I don't know. It's a whole bunch of random people, to be honest.
I wanted to save this.
It's not one like. There's not like some council of like 10 people that vote on it. It's just like a whole bunch of people.
I wanted to save this for the podcast only because I still don't fucking know. Boogie Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins was waived by the Milwaukee Bucks recently after marketing him like a fucking golden boy. I swear to God, Boogie was on their story, was on their posts all over the place. And everybody loves him. Like, everybody's like, holy fuck, this guy who is washed, who hasn't played in forever, at least at a professional level because of injuries, is fucking crazy and doing pretty darn well at his role of being a big. We got rid of him. Why the fuck did we do that?
We want to be able to buy out somebody, and we don't need an extra center if we're trying to buy out another center. I think the main target right now is Thaddeus Young. If he gets bought out, then we're gonna sign him, and he'll be our backup center from then on. As soon as Brook Lopez comes back, and I think by getting rid of Boogie Cousins, they're thinking Brook is gonna come back like relatively soon.
Well,
I'm hoping, or
he had a
somebody
back
gets bought
injury,
out
dude.
and Thaddeus Young, and then we get him. He'd be a great addition.
Back injuries aren't no joke.
Huh?
Back injuries are not no joke.
Yeah.
Back injuries,
Yeah, like I
like,
think
he could be
that
out
was like the
longer.
most like unknown like bone part of our body, I think, or something like. I heard it was like
Still is, by the way.
yeah, like it's so unknown like about like what happens like in our spine and like all the nerves back there. It's just like it's such a dangerous place to get injured. It is so it like affects
I
everything.
have I have an inside scoop on this one. One of the traveling pharmacists I work with pretty often, he has like a really fucked up back,
Hmm.
and he like drives down to Florida to get injections in his back, and like he says, oh, like the injections will give me relief after maybe 2 or 3 days of excruciating pain, and then I'll get out of my car wrong and it's broken again, and it's just so fucking odd, like. Well, because everything's built on your spine. Obviously, an injury in there is going to not heal because the way your spine's built is always moving, right? And the fluids and shit like that. But like, that's why I feel like Brook Lopez. I mean, originally I was like, oh man, he's out, whatever. But it's been like since the start of this. I think he played one game, right? Or the preseason game we went and watched. He was in, but
Yeah, the first game of the season, when we were against the Brooklyn Nets. Season
that's when he
opener.
busted his back, right?
I guess I don't know. I don't.
It wasn't even dramatic either. It was just like, oh, I'm walking off.
Yeah, yeah.
I was expecting more from him. But yeah, basketball is a big mainstay of this podcast for sure. That's always kind of something I think about when we do this is like, who the fuck wants to listen to our opinions on this, this, and this?
Yeah, it's just like
I
there's not
do.
a lot right now with the Milwaukee Bucks, I think.
Not really. No, it's just, hey, we're losing a lot and it sucks. There's a possibility at some point. I don't know if we would want to. Well, we do individual mini episodes for the games because we actually watched a lot of the fucking games.
Oh yeah, we could do like a after the
like a
game
15.
episode.
Yeah, we could do it live or something. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure. That could be like another like video series or something.
And then, of course, the most important thing when it comes to making a podcast, a clips channel. Everybody watches clips, dude. Everybody watches podcast clips.
Do we just wait until we get it popular enough to where
I ain't
somebody
got
makes
time for fucking.
what?
I ain't got time for fucking watching 4 hours of podcast. I'm gonna sit here on my ass and watch this 4-minute clip instead.
Who's that?
Because
Who's
Joe
saying
Rogan
that?
says he hates the vaccine.
Who's saying that?
Joe Rogan is so mad about the vaccine.
Who's
and
saying
it's
that right now?
dewormer.
Who's saying this stuff?
Fucking. Dude, I am sorry. I can't think of a single name that would be a good answer to that question. The average podcast viewer, which I don't know who the fuck listens or watches podcasts. To go as far as to watch a podcast, you're a fucking maniac. And we're recording video because we know you guys exist. But you're disgusting. You disgust me. You're gonna sit here and watch me for an hour and a half, talk out of my big fat mouth? How dare you? Click off now. You're no longer a part of us.
So we've talked about our music tastes.
Yeah.
We talked about basketball. It's
did.
like I don't want to make this all too long, right? This entire thing. So we talked a little bit about video games, right?
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
Just a very
it's
small
like
amount.
in this like 1 hour, it's just like been a little bit of everything, and
Yeah, I think we've covered a good mix. But there's one more thing I do think we should address, and I was thinking about this today, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. I was playing the new Valorant stuff today. Exciting. I like Valorant a lot. It's free to play. And it kind of dawned on me how we haven't really purchased or enjoyed a AAA game in like forever. The only games I play are these free to play cosmetic games and Tarkov. And Tarkov took the biggest shit in the world with the new patch. So video games just in general, man, are just like the things that work is free to play and cosmetics. And everything else launches broken, busted, and shitty.
or even
And it makes me sad.
or even like the games that just like like 60s where like they just you have to buy it once and then they just like update it forever for you.
I don't mind that. I think that honestly, like multiplayer shooter wise, this is the best way to go. Like it still blows my mind that Call of Duty releases a new title every year. Like at some point, you think they'd be like, all right, well, we're just doing this
It's the same thing with sports
subscription
games,
service.
right?
Yeah, that's true. It cash in your however many million when it launches every year.
I think Call of Duty. It's just because they have three fucking studios rotating on making video games.
Yeah.
It's weird how they're doing it and what they don't.
Okay, Call of Duty.
I guess
hey,
they don't see a problem with it, right? They're like, yeah, this is. I mean, it's making them a lot of money, probably, right? So
that 2019 album or engine that they used for COD 2019, which by the way, I thought was an incredible game. I thought they reinvented the wheel enough that it was fun, and Warzone was a cool little addition. I won't play either of those now, but they just need to take that engine and craft like fucking just new content for it every year. Like I don't understand why they need to do this bullshit. Like just give me 2 maps every so often. Give me a new gun. Give me a battle pass. Like fucking people will play, you know? I don't think anybody gave a shit about Vanguard. Nobody wanted it. I sure as fuck didn't. Like it's just so weirdly out of touch how everything is. And Battlefield, that's another one. Fuck, I was so excited for it. I remember like blowing my own cock over Battlefield. And then here it comes out and it's this stupid specialist cosmetics buggy mess. And guess what? EA is going to say, fuck, we can't put as much money into Battlefield anymore. Even though it was the investors who wanted the skins and specialists. It's just so fucking out of touch. And the gaming community in general. And who the fuck buys a $60 game anymore?
it's gone to... There's too much money in it now. Almost. Or it's just like it's the wrong kind of money. It's almost like the people that are given the money have changed a lot. And
it's a bummer because you'd get a game, I don't know, man. Like you'd wait 3 years and get like your new Battlefield game, and the biggest things anyone had to complain about then was like, oh, the game's buggy. There's too many guns that don't feel different. Like, oh, boo fucking who? At least the game runs and the servers are fine. You can play the fucking game, you know? Like, I don't know. It just boggles me. That's my current view on gaming in general. That's the reason why I only play like fucking one game. Is like, why even put your time into anything that's not an indie story game or a fucking online FPS that's always updating, you know? Because they drop the ball so fucking often. It's just so odd. Like Ubisoft with the NFTs thing, fucking Call of Duty with Vanguard being poopy, DICE and EA getting forced the hand to do Battlefield. I just don't have much faith in video games.
At least right now. So we're just like chilling. I mean, we've been chilling like in all these like free to play games. So I don't actually.
Yeah, we have, dude. Oh my god.
I don't care, dude. You know, it's just like.
But it works though.
It's
we
fine
get cashed
with me,
out
dude,
into
I'm
it.
gonna be honest. It's fine with me, dude.
How much money do you think you spend on
I'd
Valorant?
rather focus on one game and just get really good at it and like being able to consume. You know. Is that bad? Was it a bad thing to say?
I'm Googling right now. I wanted to check if you can see how much money you've made or spent on Valorant. I thought that would be interesting for the two of us to bring up.
I don't know if I want to
let's-
bring that up right now.
Well, it's because like fuck, yeah, I've spent a lot more than $60 on Valorant. Spent a lot more than $60 on Valorant, man. And it works. The fucking new cosmetic, new animation, badass. Boom, $20. Boom, $20. Boom, $20. I guess if that's what it means to be a cool gamer guy anymore, I don't give a fuck. And you know, I mean, the two of us have been taking Valorant pretty seriously recently, so.
True.
Well, hey, man. That's all of our interests, right? We had music, we had video games.
Yeah, I
we had,
mean,
basketball.
when we come into this a little bit more hotter next time, you know, like with like without having to like go through everything, we just talk about things,
Yeah.
and we don't have to like
Shit that happened this week and whatever.
yeah, like we'd get to talk a little bit more
Oh, hey.
topical, and it's like stuff fresh in our mind rather than like going through like a lot of old stuff. What?
So my headphones just died.
Yeah.
So you're on speaker now.
Uh-huh.
And with that, I am going to say, I think we should end it because this is going to get really
Alright, should we
bad.
clap to end?
Oh my god. Dude, it's going through my microphone from the... I'm going to pull it over here.
Should we clap to end? We'll just clap to end.
Clap
Yeah, I
to
guess
end.
I'll do it right here.
Oh, hey man, how about you give us an outro?
Oh, okay. This has been the Little Guys podcast with your hosts Braden and
Blake, the Killer Bees.
the Killer Bees. The Killer Bees. That's what we're known as. And the Little Guys. If you liked this video,
This is so fun.
like it, and if you think about something during the video, comment it. Subscribe.
You have any questions? Give us.
Send me
you shoot us a
paper.
comment. Send Braden paper.
Was that some
This is so fucking scuffed.
what?
Dude, my fucking microphone picking up your voice from the fucking speaker.
Well, that's not good.
We're also on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to check out those spots, and we will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching the Little Guys podcast. And wait, one more mention. When it comes to the tune that was used at the start of this video today, it was written by a good friend of mine. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for writing that, Quentin. I think it's fucking awesome. And that will be the Little Guys theme moving forward. So thank everybody for listening and watching. It sure has been fun. And we will see you guys next week. Adios.